Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to Suburban Homesteader Wyoming, Arizona. And I'm here at Apple Cottage, and I'm just heading over to the community garden because I have a project for you. I think you'll find it interesting, something you can do without a lot of expense, and just be able to start those tomatoes and peppers out early. Now you could use this idea with pumpkins, squash, all kinds of things. But today I'm using peppers and tomatoes. So let's go to the community garden. Well, here we're over at the community garden, and this is my second plot, and this area was a little grassy, so I put cardboard down, and these are the big black containers. They're like culverts that somebody had used sometime in the garden, but nobody was using them right now. I did decide to put a membrane down. It's just a weed suppressor. The water will go through, but the weeds aren't supposed to come up. But I did leave the cardboard underneath there. Now what I'm going to plant in these 4 containers are some peppers and some tomatoes. Now these are just ones I stopped at, and I got them for a couple dollars at a box store. And I'm going to fill these about a third of the way full with a combination of topsoil and potting soil that I'm just going to mix together. So it ended up with the smaller ones in the middle. I used 1.5 to 2 bags of the mixture, and then the bigger ones about 2.5 bags each. And I just spread it around so it makes it pretty even. And on one of the big ones, I'm putting all 6 pepper plants. Why? Because peppers like their leaves touching each other when they're growing. It stimulates them, and peppers love to be warm. And so this black will keep them warm all summer long. Now I had some windows at home. I'd use them on cold frames and different things. And so I brought 4 of them over so that I could cover them. And we are still hauling water because the community garden hasn't turned the water on. So there are my windows. And I did rinse them off some, but I think I'm going to bring some Windex over next time and just really give them a good scrub. But as you can see, I have them all planted in there. I left the glass on for about an hour just to warm everything up, but it's going to be warm today, and so I didn't want it to scald the plants. But this is what it looks like, and each night it will look like that. And I think it's going to be a great project that anybody can do without having to build anything. Isn't that a fun idea? It's like having a cold frame without building a cold frame. And you can use old windows, gutters. It just worked perfect. Other than I did buy some topsoil and some potting mix that I mixed in there. It was free. I had the windows. Those big containers were there at the garden. Nobody was using them. I had the boxes. I had the membrane. It was perfect. So I hope you try something like that to extend your season. Now these are nice because they're big, and when it gets fall time, maybe you weren't using them all through the summer, but you can set those over top of big plants, your tomatoes, your cabbages, things you want to extend the season with. Put a window on it so on those frosty nights, they stay safe. If you didn't have windows, you could put plastic over it, you could put a blanket over it, anything to retain that heat. So I hope you always like, subscribe, share with the world. And this is my May 1st video for Shedwars. See you next time.